9 a.m. Okay, so we're all set. We have it scheduled for tomorrow at 9 a.m. You would just hit up here, publish, and if you want to save the post to your computer, you can do that. I normally don't. And here's where it asks you if you want to save it. I just hit cancel. So now it's done. That was it. It's scheduled for tomorrow. You can just hit back to editor, or you can hit view blog and go look at the posting if you wanted to, or back to the editor and make your next post.
Did you put pictures in those?
Yep, let's do that. So we'll schedule another one here.
Did you do a picture?
We're going to do that right now.
Okay.
So let's see. Hopefully no porn pops up.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it closer.
You were talking about the more you post, the more active you are on your posts, the more it's going to ping Google. So, like for us, say Friday, we got what, 10 cars in Scott or something like that on Friday? Would you take very nice. Would you take that and do like one? Go ahead and do 10 posts, but schedule them for one a day for the next week, so that every single day. So your stuff's getting out there that you got new inventory, but it's versus doing all 10 in one day.
I think for what you guys are doing, like how often you get cars in only on like every day or only on Fridays, or just
it varies whenever they get down here from the auction. So you may get a bunch in one day, and then yesterday we got one car.
I would do it as part of a bigger. I would have other things you're posting as well, because with the parts cars coming in, you want people to know about that immediately, and you want those words to go out there immediately. So if you got 10 parts cars in and you decided to schedule it for the next 10 days. Well, on the 10th day, that car,
it's already 10 days old,
Yeah.
We could have had a car gone by then.
Right, so in that particular case, I would probably post them all right away. But I would also have other things that I'm posting on a regular basis or on a daily basis. That could be, you could post that you got those cars in, but over the next 10 days, you could post more details about those cars or whatever.
If one's a hot engine or something, post something a day or two later about that engine.
Right.
You need a scalable system for the way you do that, or it's going to consume you. But my thought would be, the reason for doing post at one time versus spreading them out is it's a different strategy. Spreading them out would be about where we're trying to do commercial real estate, and the ads are more or less redundant.
Yeah. You got time on
so
your
we're wanting lots of focus on the word commercial real estate, but not 5 in one day and nothing for 4 more days. We want Google to see commercial real estate today, commercial real estate tomorrow, commercial real estate the next day. Okay? And the ads pretty much are redundant. In your case, if all 10 cars are different, then you need to post all 10 cars. And I don't think Jen was just saying, well, maybe if we spread them an hour apart. Well, Google, we don't really know everything Google knows. But we do know that they value traffic to a blog. They value people making comments. We also know that they know who posted the stuff and who made the comments, either by their IP address or by their identity tag. Is that a fair statement, Josh?
If they're posting comments to the
So Google is going to give more authority to a blog posting if it's done by you, and then there are 10 comments from 10 different people around the United States. Okay? Over a 2-day period, than if you post it and then you make 10 comments on your own, or you have your brother-in-law do 10, because Google can see that all 10 are the same. And I suspect there's even automated tools to do comments and all kinds of things, because this is an area that's very active right now, and Google realizes there are opportunities for abuse. So spreading them apart, an hour apart, doesn't necessarily help you, because Google knows you're making the posting anyway. So whether you do them all at one time, as long as they're different.
Yeah.
And it's important to note, though, that those listings need to show the year, make, model, information about the car, and then don't they like bullets or not, Josh?
In your text?
Yes. I read somewhere that Google liked bullets.
At least from a human standpoint, from a readability standpoint, that's important, because people don't read paragraphs.
That's right. And Google, for the longest time, Google wasn't sensitive to what people were seeing. They were only sensitive to what they crawled. Now they're more focused on exactly the opposite, because they feel like if a person doesn't use it, then why do they care? Because they want the most relevant, most readable, most pertinent content.
Yeah.
So if you listed some parts there in bullets, the big parts, then you're going to get some credit for keywords, Nissan engine or engine 2000cc, whatever, transmission, alternator, the fast-moving parts, and then the body of your text. What were you going to add, Josh?
What you got to do is there's two audiences that you have to produce the content for. You have your search engines, and they want to see certain things, and then you have your human readers. They want to see certain things, and so
you got to get brought up on the search engine, but then you got to get the human to click on it.
Well, I'm not so much talking about that. I'm talking about more of the content and the text that you're posting. Because the search engines want to see certain things in certain formats and certain keywords and things like that. So if you're just posting for the search engines and what they want to see, chances are the reader, it's not going to make sense to the reader, and it's going to look fishy.
Well, not only that, but to his comment, Google's not going to give you any ranking. They're not going to give you any authority for the ad, because they read the ad, and because there's no stop words. Real estate Tarrant County instead of real estate in Tarrant County. Okay? They're smart enough to know that it was written for them, not for the reader. And so if it was written for them and not the reader, then they're not going to give it as much authority.
And on a bigger scale to that, if it doesn't make sense to the user, then users aren't going to engage with it. And that's what they're looking for is users to engage with it. And that helps you too, because if you post something about this new BMW that just came in, and a bunch of people from all over the place are commenting on it, that's engaging the user, and then Google likes to see that. The search engine like to see that.
Now back to the scalable system though, because this is a pretty big deal, and we're dealing with it because we've got like 60 real estate ads, and you have 10 ads today. Well, 10 ads today isn't the end of the world, but if you try to upload 10 ads to Craigslist, new, prepare them, type them, upload them, and upload an image, and then go do 10 on Oodle, 10 on OLX, and 10 on Backpage, you're going to spend all morning long on that. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You could argue, at the size of All Import, there should be one technical person that should be doing a lot of that kind of work. Okay? And it would be helpful because it would generate calls for everybody else. And it would generate traffic to the website. And with Google Analytics report, we'd be able to see, like right now today, we know that, I want to say it's about 30% of the traffic to our website is from links in Craigslist. That's pretty powerful knowledge.
I know that's a valuable tool for you guys.
To understand. Because if we stop doing the Craigslist, a third of our traffic goes away. Now, I can't tell you how many of those people clicked through all the way to the site from Craigslist, although I think there are tools that would give us that information. You can bore all the way down into that funnel and see where they came from, and when they got here, what did they do, and did they click on, and did they fill out a request information form, for instance, or did they even order something if you had a shopping basket. So you're going to have to come up with a scalable system for how you do this. I can make a couple of recommendations. First, we're exploring some tools, and I'd be thrilled to see you explore some tools and give us some information. We know that there are some feed opportunities here, but we're not sure exactly how they work. For instance, we know that when you do a blog posting, you can make that feed to your Facebook page. So if All Import has a Facebook page, and you do a blog posting, and there's a feed in Facebook, the blog posting automatically appears in Facebook. So you never have to go to Facebook again, and your status got updated 10 times, just like that, for your 10 blog postings you did. Ideally, what we'd like to see is we'd like to find some feed tools. And which one did I ask you about, Josh? Or was it Jim I asked? One of these, either Oodle or you. We were looking at Oodle or OLX or Backpage, and one of them says feed, up at the top. One of them says feed. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means Oodle will feed something else, or if it means it will let you feed Oodle. But we would, and let's face it, there's a jillion third-party tools out there right now. There's no doubt in my mind that you might be able to find a third-party tool where you could post something on the tools site, and then it would automatically, because it has your account information, go put it on Oodle, go put it on OLX, go put it on Backpage, and put it on Craigslist. Now, I'm doubtful we're going to get that lucky, but that would be sweet. And put it on Facebook. And you'd only do it one time. So that's my first thought.